Good afternoon. It's time for our next installment of Let's Let the Dice Decide. I'm Millennium Sparrow, and this is my third full valley build. And I've made it into a bit of a challenge for myself. Hold on one second. Okay, we're back. And as I was saying, the dice have spoken, and they have chosen Dazzle Beach once again, which is in a competition with a couple other biomes to be completed first, and this will be interesting. So our biome is Dazzle Beach, and our 16th challenge that's been randomly chosen is Merida's cabin, which I think we just have to make some decisions. So, I'm just cleaning up the beach a little bit. Our house isn't going to be all the way out here, but I'm just getting rid of the coral. And the rocks. Now, I had Merida's house in the Forest of Valor the first time. And then she was in the Peaceful Meadow the second time. So putting her on the beach. Again, let's keep going with the vacation vibes. Like everybody's in their vacation era on the beach. So I kind of still want to keep this part resort-like. So fingers crossed for a good big building to put next to that. So I'm thinking if we put Merida over here.
This is a really amazing place.
I don't think her house is too large of a footprint. We're going to see in a second. Because Wally's taking up the whole island over there. We've got the Cheshire Cat and Daisy's Boutique. And then we've got Scar's Rock. Those are the ones that are confirmed for Dazzle Beach. And now we have Merida's cabin. Cabin, cottage, wherever it is currently. This is a fun exercise in there it is. So hers does not have that large of a footprint. And I guess best case scenario is it fits over here. But even if we put it there, it's going to stick out further than I'd want it to. So does that make us have where she has a little getaway over here, and potentially another cabin for one of the other princesses here, and they have like a fishing pier or something. So let's go with that. See what it looks like on the ground. And which way we'd come. So if this continued, we'd come down this way and turn, and then maybe head this way for the beach. So then the other direction that you would see it is from this direction, which blocks the view of Wally's unless it becomes the view this way with some kind of landscaping or it's gonna get blocked anyway if we're gonna do another girl, another small house, maybe even Flynn's potentially could go over here too. Something with a similar aesthetic. Now, we're going to look around at the foliage we've already used in this area to keep it cohesive and see if there's any pieces we can use. Keeps our unique item count down. Now, before I got distracted, I think I was explaining the concept of the game. My third valley build through, each time using every character house in some way that I had unlocked. And so for the third round, I decided to make it a little bit of a game and use chance to determine where each house was going to go. And so far, it is going well. Do not like that. Phone is blowing up right now. I don't understand. Nobody calls me. It's facing the same direction as the other two that are around it, so let's turn that. Okay, so that's just kind of framing up Merida's cottage a little bit. And I'm not so sure about the well, but if this becomes a little central area, that could be cute, or it could be part of her setup. How close can we get this? I love that well skin. So there could be a path coming through here, and then this enters another little opening area, and then you walk back here to get to the ritzy area. Okay. So doing okay so far. We're gonna click back into furniture mode and take a look at. We still have Goofy's stall to fit into this build somewhere. And I was trying to avoid using it over here because I was making that a little more posh in a way. So it makes me wonder if Goofy's stand goes here. And you can see it as you come in. And that kind of forces you to walk this way, around here. You could go over here too. It does not want to harvest this apparently. There. Oh, that makes sense. That is our last companion we had to get to level 5. What did we get? Painting. Okay. Not what we're currently using out here. So let's move my banana tree and consider putting Goofy's stall tucked back here, however far we can make it. And that way we're gonna get like 2 distinct atmospheres between the one side and the other. Now with these tropical ones around, this is the small one. Just considering what we could use as directional landscaping.
Nice having so many friends here.
And I am okay with that. There's a couple small houses that we could fit over here. And then we've got some large buildings we're still hoping we roll the dice and get. Pardon, little guy.
Hey,
So I do like how this is coming together. So we've got Merida's cottage. Okay, so the side that's going to need a little bit of work is this one. You can walk through. So let's see about probably some broken cobblestones. Use those so often, I should really just favorite them. Mark as favorite. Thank you. Okay, cool. So this will go under landscaping as well as the well. So this is going to give us a cute little area. We'll go under Merida's house as well. Okay. See what that looks like from the ground as you run by. Maybe we'll put down some tropical flooring through here. I always do like that on the beach. Now what we do need, do you have any more banana trees that we need to utilize in this build? Does not look like we do actually. I think I used them all. So we've got lemon trees, which, do we like this coloring in here? Maybe, because that kind of brings in Wally's truck color. That could be a good framing tree as they go into that area of the beach. See what that looks like on the ground. Oh, you can still see Skull Rock almost perfectly. That's actually kind of cool. I do like that. So you got two pathways, one that goes this way in theory, and then one that goes this way. And then you got Wally's. Okay, so Merida's cottage on the beach is definitely coming together. We do need a little finishing touches. We've got Goofy's stall over there as well. So that now has its home on the beach. These do not need to be out here. And then this is Scar's setup, so. What else would our spunky... Oh, we just got this, you know, we could use it here. It's such a silly little quest. I mean, I suppose that is the Disney Dreamlight way. Maybe we can find the bear chair. here. Now we've got Stitch building. These little dioramas I keep forgetting about, but there are little places I feel like these scenes could just add to. So we're gonna put this one over here by Wally's house. You get those when you complete parts of Olaf's exhibition. Now what else would our Merida have around her house? Gotta try and keep her on vacation though. Only have one of those left, so might as well use it. Ooh, sandcastles? I feel like that could be a good little nod over here. I forget how big the Skull Rock one is. So we're not going to use that, but let's see if we can add Donald's boat. Like I said, I was looking for a chair to put back here. I just don't really know. I mean, maybe it's something else. I mean, is that what Merida has as her seat? See what it looks like from the other side. Okay, so you definitely see it. And maybe it's not these. Maybe it's one of the... Ooh, the makeshift hammock. That's a good option. Put that out, actually. And then let's see. Don't really need that. Okay, I think that'll actually bring that whole little thing together. Bring some green into Merida's house. Do I want to keep the sandcastle? I think I do. Okay, so we want some lighting. Since we're on the beach, let's stick with some tiki torches. The low ones. I don't tend to use these, so maybe this is the directional cue to over here. So those are the green ones. And I think that will almost complete our little section over here. And see if there's any like grills or other little, like a campfire. No. Okay, we're gonna go down and I'm going to finish this section off with, I think it's under miscellaneous. There they are. So it says snowy stones, but the great part is it could also sort of look sandy. So I like to use them on the beach. Okay, that's cute. Do we need any more foliage? I almost think it's a no on the more grasses and stuff. I'm trying not to overdo it on the beach. I'm trying to actually keep some of the beach. And this way, you've got Merida's house.
Hey,
This
you
way
know
and
what?
see.
You're my favorite deputy.
Now the only thing I want to do is probably add a couple boats in between these two sections. So we do have a few of those. My character house is the big Mark Twain riverboat, which really is probably going to end up over on the other side, theoretically. So let's see if we can find the other boats that I have. Or canoes, as the case may be. I think I do have this one used over by Scar's area already, so it should only, yeah, adds to our overall total. I got the broken down jungle cruise one, which doesn't really fit. Covered canoe. Another one. Do we want more fishing traps? Let's do them around the dock. Still looking for boats. Jungle Cruise one, which we tried to put over by Scars. It just didn't really fit. We got the leaf one. Oops. Mickey Steamboat. Pocahontas's canoe. I think that's the last one. We do have Jasmine's sandcastle. But I don't think we need that. Like I said, I think that's the last boat. Okay. Let's exit this for a second and take a look at these. So like I said, we already have these two over by Scar's Cave. So really, let's just see about the other side. Yeah. Maybe adding to the background over here. I want to take Pocahontas' boat and bring it up right there. Like she stopped. Same thing over here. This one. Maybe that one. So it's more like a little meetup, and these can probably end up over at the other fancy section. See what that looks like on the ground. Alright, and that is Merida on the beach. I am very happy with how this turned out. Just got a little hammock out back.
Yes, model citizens.
Little dock. Yeah, this is cute. Now the beach is definitely filling up. Let me give a bird's eye view as we finish out this video. We have Scar over here and Mochi's house. This is kind of like a cat beach getaway. We've got Merida that we just finished. We've got Wally. Then over here we have Daisy's Boutique and Cheshire's Tree and a little maze in the back behind it. So this is, in theory, going to end up being kind of a luxury corner, hopefully. Depends on how the dice roll and what other buildings we get down here. But I am super happy with how this one turned out. I wasn't sure where it was actually going to go, I'm going to be honest. So thanks for tuning in, and like and follow for more updates on this design challenge. Bye, guys.